In today's MLB recap, we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. waving off a Braves coach, and that coach started pointing at his head. Was he saying that he was about to go headhunting versus Jazz, or what? We'll have to explain that later. Shohei Ohtani is back to doing Ohtani things in the box, but the Brew Crew, they kept on fighting back. They're trying to win their 9th in a row. Chandler Simpson's speed was on full display yesterday, and he almost single-handedly saved the Rays. Joe Adell and Taylor Ward cannot stop hitting home runs, but neither can Schwarber or Harper. We have a crazy game down in Philly. Francisco Lindor completely lost his grip on this swing in one of the most important moments of the game, only to have Juan Soto have his back. Maybe. And this Eugenio Suarez guy, he might actually hit 400 home runs by the time his career is all said and done. So we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. I recap every baseball game almost every single day, so grow the game of baseball with me, leave a like, and hit that subscribe button. Also, save yourself some money on SeatGeek. Save yourself 20 bucks off using code Fuzzy anytime you buy some tickets. And if you've never tried Underdog Fantasy but you like fantasy sports, download Underdog Fantasy today with code Fuzzy for a free mystery pick'em from MLB up to $1,000 in bonus cash credit. It's super easy. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on players you think are going to do well or not. It's that simple. Try it out today, and as always, play responsibly. There's no way. We're starting off today's recap with Isaac Paredes having something pinch in his hamstring, which is not good because he's already dealt with that stuff earlier this year. I hope that he comes back ASAP. Now, the Mariners, they went up by 3 in the 3rd inning. Luke Raley had an RBI single. Dominic Canzone laced a 2-run double to make it 4-1, and things got a little bit steamy in the 6th inning because Carlos Vargas, who was once traded for Eugenio Suarez, he hit Bryce Matthews in the chin. Then he hit Zach Short, who came in as a pinch hitter for Isaac Paredes. The Astros dugout is rightfully heated, and now the Mariners dugout is yelling back because they're saying it's not on purpose. This guy just might have some command issues, maybe just a little bit. The Astros took offense, and they stormed back. After a Christian Walker single, Altuve got 1, and same with Victor Caratini. Then Walker cashed in his 2nd RBI, so now it's 5-4 Houston, thanks to Carlos Vargas not knowing where baseballs are going. We have another hit by pitch. Brian Abreu hit Donovan Solano, and it was deemed unintentional, but it makes sense why the Mariners were trying to get Brian Abreu tossed because he's that good, and the bench is already warned. A baseball got away. It is 5-5. We have even more craziness because the Astros, they went back up on a sac fly. Moore had a hit by pitch. Maybe it looked like a foul ball. Now, the Astros, they want a hit by pitch because they would have kept the lead if it would have been a hit by pitch instead of a RBI ground out. So it stands, it's a tie game, and that set up this swing in the 11th. Rookie Cole Young, he walked it off. This was the definition of a ping-pong back-and-forth game. The Mariners have won 5 games in a row. They're now just 3 games back to the Astros for first place. The only team with a better win streak is Milwaukee. They're going for 9 in a row. They're facing the Dodgers again, and we have another back-and-forth, pretty close contest coming up. The Brew Crew went up 3 on knocks from Joey Ortiz and William Contreras. Williams was a 2-run double. Actually, they grabbed a 4th run on a sac fly from Andrew Vaughn, but yeah, we're going to skip to this. 448 feet off the bat of the Unicorn. Ohtani has 33 home runs and a bunch of RBIs. The Dodgers, they knotted the score with a Teoscar Hernandez double and a wild pitch, but guess what happened? Yep, you guessed it right. Milwaukee reset the score again. The rookies showed up. Rookie Isaac Collins got a baseball to leave, and Caleb Durbin, again, a rookie, will not get out lately. He has another RBI extra base hit, and I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I have no idea who's going to win this game, so just do not go anywhere. Ohtani, he got his team back within 1. He has 63 RBIs, by the way. The Brewers then added 2 more. Andrew Vaughn got his 12th RBI in his 7th game with the Brewers, and Joey Ortiz jolted him out to the bullpen. That ended up being insanely clutch because Tommy Tanks hit his first home run in over a month. He's batting 154 since he hit that last home run. Miguel Rojas is batting 381 with 5 home runs his last 42 at-bats. Where in the world is this production coming from? Trevor Megill, he's got to hang on, and he does. Trevor's up to 23 saves. The Brewers have won 9 in a row, and they can get up to 2 games over the Cubs if Chicago loses again. But of course, they did not lose because they've won 4 in a row. They're on a streak right now. The Michael Busch leadoff Cubs just seem like they're a little bit different. He's got 20 home runs and a ridiculous 375 on base. Kyle Tucker, King Tuck, makes it back-to-back. How much is Kyle going to get? Do you think he's going to get $500 million? Because, again, he's approaching 30 years old. He's not quite there just yet, so maybe age is going to be a factor. Is he going to get 400 or 500 million? Because he's on pace for a 7-win season. Shota Imanaga has been out of his mind since coming over from Japan. He stunted on the Red Sox all game. He went 7 shutty. He racked up 5 strikeouts. He has a 2.4 ERA this year, which is lowering his career ERA to a 2.7 over his first 250 innings. That is really good. Rookie Matt Shaw has been slumping a lot, so that's going to help his confidence. He breaks his slump with a home run. He has 3 home runs, which is almost 10 times fewer than Pete Crow Armstrong, who now has 26 home runs with 28 stolen bases and those 15 outs above average on defense. Ian Happ, he just swatted out the 5th home run of the game for the Cubs. He has 13 home runs. The Cubs went easy. It's going to be absolute cinema. I've said this before. It's going to be cinema to watch the NL Central and how it shapes up over the last 2 months of the season. The same thing can be said about the East divisions, both in the AL and the NL. The Yankees are trying to catch up to the Rays, and the Braves are just trying to stay afloat and build momentum. Wait for the Jazz versus Atlanta bench coach beef in just a second, because the Braves are swinging a hot bat to start the second half. Michael Harris is going back to his rookie batting stance. He goes 440 feet, so maybe he found something in that open stance. Ozzy has back-to-back games with a 3-run home run. He has 9 RBIs his last 24 hours. Anthony Volpe, thank God. I like Anthony Volpe, and I was actually starting to feel bad for this kid because he seems like a super nice guy, but he was really struggling, and the fan base was turning on him pretty quickly, and rightfully so. He was awful. He goes 420 feet. Ozzy, their RBIs 4 and 5 on the game again, 9 his last 24 hours. Jazz, he started the Yankee comeback. Trent Grisham also had a big night. I'm not going to reveal how many RBIs he had just yet. Stay tuned for that. Volpe skied a long sac fly to make it 7-5, and the Braves bench coach Eddie Perez was signaling to Jazz to be smart. These are his words, not mine, but Jazz was at second base. That's why he's waving someone off, because the bench coach is saying, hey, Jazz, you got to be smart, But he was pointing at his head, and Jazz was like, the dude's pointing at my head. He's headhunting. But again, Eddie Perez, after the game, he was talking about it. He said that he was saying, be smart, not saying that we're going to headhunt and hit you in your next at-bat, but a lot of Yankees fans do not buy that. Belly had Jazz's back. He banged out his 17th home run. Cody Bellinger cannot leave. He has to be a Yankee for the rest of his career because he's been so good for them. Anthony, again, his second of the game ties it. No one was on base, so that was all him. No one was signaling which pitch was coming or if it was up or down. Nacho Alvarez, the rookie, he snagged a Jazz scorcher. Jazz was absolutely shocked. Nacho is kind of known for his bat, but man, he can play some defense as well. It's back-to-back games with a dazzling play. Trent, I told you he had a big game. 5 RBIs. This one is a grand slam. He has 17 home runs and a 131 OPS plus. Are the Braves going to buy? Are they going to sell? I'll keep saying this. I want you guys to let me know. I want you guys to predict it. And if you get some predictions right, maybe we'll do a little giveaway for those who get it right. The Yankees can get back within 2 if the Giants can snap their losing streak and grab a W in Toronto. That's a nice start for Yankees fans. Willy Adames hit his first of 2. So if Willie has 2, the Giants are going to win, right? Well, not so fast. After Elliot Ramos had a sac fly, Logan Webb really saw his luck unravel as Ernie, he took out the 9-iron for this RBI single, and then Will Wagner, he ripped a 2-run double. That was a missed pitch 100%. Webb's changeup was just not diving like it usually does. There was a lot of stuff inside the zone. Ramos can save the game if he catches this. And it's in and out in the glove. That's an RBI double for Tyler Heineman. So this is now just a solo home run to get the Giants within 1. Willy Adames has been so much better over the last month and a half. His OPS plus is finally over 100. Finally. Wait, Tyler Heineman, the 34-year-old catcher, is hitting 341 with the What? Look at the bat flip. He's been a top 5 defensive catcher. He's been a brick wall behind the dish with blocking. He's a fantastic framer. He's also incredible with the pop time and throwing out runners. The 34-year-old had a 62 OPS plus before this season, so expect severe regression, but it's cool to see nonetheless. The Jays are 7-3 in their last 10. They're 3 games up on the Yankees for first in the East. Now, I do want to see the Rays game and talk Chandler Simpson being fast, Luis Horizon's being called back up. But first, I got to check out the Halos because they're teeing off on Taijuan Walker. Everyone's been teeing off on Taijuan over the last few years. Actually, wait, Castellanos, that is a milestone RBI. That is career RBI number 900. He's been one of the better extra base hit guys over the last decade, so when you get a lot of extra base hits, you're probably going to have a lot of RBIs. Taylor Ward, he just hit his 23rd, another milestone. That's his 100th career home run. Joe, this ball was at his shoelaces. He golfed it out for his 21st home run. He just set a new career high. Lots of fun, personal moments in this game already. Now we have trading of RBI singles from shortstops. Neto and Trey, they both found some holes, so it's 3-2 in the 6th inning. Yoan Moncada, he flexed that pretty swing. He still has my favorite lefty swing, I'll say, until he's not in baseball anymore. He has my favorite lefty swing. He hit the facing of the second deck. He has a 135 OPS plus. He's a free agent after this year, so he's going to get flipped. Oh, God. Lots of traffic for the Angels. Johan Rojas, he line went to left to make it 4-3 on a sac fly, so it's 2 outs. Schwarber's up after Trey Turner took a walk, and Schwarber did his thing. The All-Star Game MVP has back-to-back games with a home run. This one's a grand slam. He has 32 home runs And oh hell yeah, another Bryce bomb. The two-timer, just like Schwarber, has a home run in back-to-back games. He's hitting .500 with 11 extra base hits his last 24 at-bats. And this is what the Phillies offense can do. In the blink of an eye, they can completely flip the script. I'll talk about the Rays in just a second because the Mets, they can't really afford to lose this game, kind of. I mean, they can because there's still plenty of season left, but losing 3 in a row is not great, especially after that Phillies comeback. And it's David Wright's number retirement day. You cannot lose when the captain gets his number retired. No one's ever going to wear number 5 ever again. He's one of my personal favorite players of all time. Brett Baty is celebrating. He now has 10 home runs, just like Joe Adell. He set a career high in home runs. He has a 105 OPS plus, so he's trying to catch fire. I have no idea what's going on right now. TJ tried to bunt, and Luis Torrens kind of just spazzed out, maybe his controller dropped and he just hit the wrong button. He tossed the ball in the right field. Again, deadass, I have no idea what just happened. But Cincinnati, they tied it 2 seconds later as Matt McClain, he's getting hot for the Reds. Jake Fraley, he grabbed the lead with a single to shallow center field and then added even more. He doubled later in the 6th and ended up at 3rd after some Mets misplays. Here comes the Mets though. Bases loaded to Brandon Nimmo. He strikes out. It's all good. It's all good. Lindor's up. He's over 3, so he's due. Back-to-back days with the bases loaded and the game on the line. Watch your lips, so that doesn't get it done. Now we have the last chance for the Mets. Soto's up with 2 on, and do we have a pitch clock violation? Nope. So the home plate umpire said that time was called in time. Mendoza, the manager of the Mets, was not happy because he really thinks that Soto should be on first base because that would have been ball 4. Good thing that he isn't on first base. He just socked one foul. That would have been a lot of fun. I'm not even a Mets fan, but that would have been fun in front of David Wright. So he just missed a game tire. He then chased. He could not check it. Pete, he hit one deep, but not enough. Emilio Pagan now has 21 saves as the Reds have won 4 in a row. So the Reds have one of the longest streaks in baseball, and same with the Tigers, but a streak that no team wants to have. A 6-game losing streak. Kumar Rocker finally locked in and looked like a 2-time first round. Remember, he was a first rounder with the Mets, and then I guess he failed his physical. He did not join the Mets. He went 6 1/3, allowing just 1 base hit. That cutter was really working for him. And is that Rowdy Tellez? When did this happen? I had no idea that Rowdy joined the Rangers. He went 432 feet, a 3-run tank to welcome himself to his new squad. Seager added another one in the 5th. Just an easy day at the ballpark for the Rangers as Riley Green did rip his 25th home run because he's so awesome. But so is this other left fielder, Wyatt Langford. He ran it down. He can really move for a big guy. The Rangers have won 3 in a row. They're 2.5 games back of a wild card spot. The Tigers, yes, they've lost 6 in a row, but they're still 11 games up in the Central. They're cruising at a high altitude. They're going to be fine. So we just talked about the Tigers being up 11 games, and that's mainly because the Guardians and the Twins just refuse to improve, and they're perfectly okay with going on little hot streaks and convincing themselves that they're good enough and they don't have to spend money. It's just it's a joke. I mean, the Twins spent a little bit of money, but this past offseason, I mean, it was just an absolute joke. Then again, the A's spent a lot of money on this guy, and it hasn't worked at all when he's at home. Luis Severino, he locked in after this 2-run home run to J-Ram. J-Ram now has 19 home runs. He's on pace for 32 home runs and 49 stolen bases. Brent Rooker and rookie Nicholas Kurtz, they traded places with doubles, and the 4th, it was all downhill for Cleveland after that home run. Kurtz has been a monster. He's not even close to being done. Shea, he got one to fall for another RBI double, who then scored on the first non-double of the inning. Miguel Andujar is sneakily batting .291 on the season with no pop, so he's got to get the pop going. Shea, this is some serious power. He kind of missed the barrel, but he's all-time strong for a catcher. He has back-to-back games with multiple base hits and a home run. He has 14 home runs in just 68 games. Jay Willie, the rookie who's batting basically .330. He has his second base hit of the game with a 2-run home run. He has 10 home runs on the season, and the A's better capitalize on having some of these studs. Nick went out the other way. He's batting .304 with 17 home runs and 41 RBIs with a 1.1 OPS his last 37 games. What even is that? The A's win big. Severino is now 3-11, and all 3 wins have come on the road. He has a 3.1 ERA on the road and an almost 7 ERA at home. The Twins also got smacked by a team way under 500. It started off well for them. Cody Clemens tripled, and he scores Jeffers. Correa and Waldner made it 3-0. That just seemed to anger the Rockies because the Ryans woke up. Ryan Ritter, he ripped a double for their first run, and Ryan McMahon, he keeps showing off for other teams. I don't know if they're going to trade him because he's not a free agent until 2028, but shouldn't they get the value out of him while they can? He's almost 31 years old. Ezequiel Tovar time, a 3-run tater to straightaway center field, and it's just kind of crazy. Every time I'm reminded how big Coors Field is, he went 433 feet, and Byron Buxton almost got there. Tyler Freeman has been insane. He has an RBI double. He has a 401 on base while hitting over 320 this year. Clemens added a 2-run double after that triple earlier, so he had a big 3 RBI game. But skipping to Hunter Goodman, the Rockies all-star went yard again. He's up to 18 home runs, 55 RBIs, a near 130 OPS plus as a catcher. The Twins are 47 and 51. Who are they going to ship off? Is it going to be a Correa? No, right? Who are they going to trade? Joe Ryan, maybe? I don't know. Wait. The White Sox put up 10 again? So the South side overcame an early deficit after Cabrera. He's been pretty good lately. He has a 2-run double, and IKF added a 3rd run. Lenyn Sosa then started the rally in the 5th for the White Sox. He and Rojas both drove in a run, and then the wall fully came down in the 6th inning. Luis Robert Jr., he's got to keep this up. I want to see if the White Sox can win another trade. He had 2 base hits, and he scored 3 times in this game. Also, I might have gotten ahead of myself by saying the White Sox, I want to see them win another trade. They haven't really won a lot of trades lately, but they're still adding a lot of pieces nonetheless. Austin Slater, he tied it with a pinch hit at bat, and now we're talking. Mike Tauchman. Listen, you knew that was coming at least once this year. I saved it for today, okay? That is a 3-run base-clearing double to make it 7-4. There's Chase Meidroth. The rookie made it a 6th spot in the 6th inning, and it's a double-digit day thanks to Lenyn Sosa's 2-run flare in the 7th inning. He got his hands inside. Both teams, honestly, they're really bad, so which players are they going to trade? Just like the Twins, you guys got to let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll do some giveaways. I'll do some keyword searching after the deadline, and if you guys are right, maybe I'll do a giveaway for you guys. We have another 10-run slugfest coming up. Cardinals fans, please close your eyes. Gino might actually hit 400 career home runs. His 32nd of the season is number 308 for his career, and here's 309. Eugenio Suarez leads the NL in home runs with 33, and he's also number 1 in RBI with 81, so if he was a batting champion kind of guy, he would be the leader in the Triple Crown right now. Now, I didn't get to show this because Gino took over, but Corbin already tripled, so this is his 2nd 3-bagger in the first 4 innings. He drives in a run. I also didn't get to show Perdomo's 2 RBI singles, so this is his 3rd of the game. He has 69 RBIs out of nowhere. Adrian Del Castillo doubled to get it to 9. Alec Burleson stole that run back with his 12th. He has a sneaky 126 OPS plus. Perdomo made it a 4 RBI game. He got it to 10. I don't know what to do with this Arizona team. Like, no idea at all. Same with the Cardinals because they're creeping lower and lower to being 500 again. They're just 51 and 48. What should these teams do? Poor Dean Kremer. His 7 innings of 1-run ball and a chance at victory got tossed in the drain with the drain thingy on where it's just chopping things up. It all started with Ha-Sung Kim's 2nd base hit, and he got around to 3rd after stealing a bag and getting to 3rd, and we know that this guy steals bases often. Chandler Simpson, he's fired up because not only did he just tie it, he owns an 18-game hitting streak. He's batting .394 with a .425 on base with 8 stolen bases his last 19 games. His speed then caused Ryan O'Hearn to try a .360 no-scope final kill cam. He rushed it. The bad throw allowed a 4th run to score. And that was it. The Orioles, they attempted a comeback. Mullins had an RBI, and I thought that Jackson Holiday maybe had a go-ahead home run, but Chandler, he caught it at the wall. Pete Fairbanks has 16 saves. The Rays have won 2 games in a row. They're a half game back of the wild card. Not gonna lie, Yu Darvish has looked absolutely horrific to start this season. He's already losing by 2 after a clutch 2-out single from Drew Millis. Now, Yu's team did get him off the hook momentarily. Jacob Young almost made an insane play. Maldonado and Luis Suarez combined to tie it. Then Yu gave up a 3rd run to they basically lose the game. Straight up. He has allowed 9 earned runs with 8 walks and only 7 strikeouts his first 13 innings. That is terrible. That CJ groundout was followed up by a Nathaniel Lowe home run. He has some pretty good fantasy stats, 15 home runs and 62 RBIs, but he has an awful 296 on base. Finnegan, who I've heard is going to be traded almost 100%. Kyle Finnegan has 19 saves. Who else from the Nationals is going to get shipped out? They beat the Padres 4-2. Holy pitching duel coming up. Cal didn't walk anyone again. Cal Quantrill is one of the most accurate guys in baseball. He used that accuracy to go 6 scoreless. He got some help from Otto Lopez, who can really play some defense. Otto then helped out on offense after Xavier Edwards tripled. It is so much fun to watch Xavier Edwards play baseball, at least on the offensive side of things. So Otto grounded out for the lead, and I just feel bad for Michael Walker because he has the lowest run support in all of baseball by far, just 2.3 runs a game. Cal got more help on the defensive side of things. Dane Myers ran forever to track this baseball down, and again, Cal went 6 scoreless. He's not going to get the W, though, because Cal crushed one to reset the score. Lucas Urseg, he then gave back all the momentum. He allowed a walk. He then gave up a double to Xavier Edwards. Just a really fun day for the speedster and an even more funner day for Otto Lopez. Funner is a word today. I'm allowing it. Otto is up to 52 RBIs with 8 outs above average. He then hit that celebration at second, the Aura farming kid, like that kid on the boat thingy, the up and down, whatever. Anthony Bender has 3 saves. The Marlins have won 4 games in a row. They're 16-6 since June 22nd. Another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know the drill from here. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek as well as Underdog Fantasy, and enjoy the web gems. See you tomorrow.
Schmidt lines the ball hard toward left field, ranging back, a sliding grab.
to right center, and over comes McNeil to dive. And a ground ball and a great stop by Lowe. Throw to first, got him. But now there it is, a line shot. Smashed to left center, Martinez lays out.
Diving forward in center field is Jackson Merrill. This can turn into two and will be two.
The upside of Goodman defensively. He can hit. As Bader trying to chase this one down. Buxton, it's Byron, and stumbling down to the ball. Right, like those are rare to see. Busch bullets one towards right. Sliding attempt by Abreu.